You've had to come up with some good game plans over the years to beat some great fighters, Lomachenko, Taylor, among them. How difficult is this man, Shakur Stevenson, to prepare for?
Well, I see their weakness. That's what I do. You know, we broke the code with with Loma that nobody had ever done. You know, we didn't let him get comfortable in there. You saw that. You know, within like 8 rounds, he didn't know what to do. I did the same thing with Josh Taylor, and we're gonna do the same thing with Shakur.
I just want to fight. Like, I'm the guy that wants to make the best fights happen. I want to showcase my talent. I want to show the world how good I am. The only way to show the world how good you is put these guys in front of you and win. Show them that these guys can't beat you. And truthfully, like, it gets old and it gets annoying and just over and over the same thing.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. just dropped some serious warning shots at that press conference, calling out what he sees as major flaws in Shakur Stevenson's fighting approach.
Okay, I don't think y'all did either.
Oh, so you gotta show it, babe.
I don't think y'all did
you.
either. I ain't see.
Not on my son.
I ain't see Lomachenko throw no punches.
You've never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches for 6
You've
rounds.
never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches
Because we
for 6
froze him.
rounds. Okay, you gonna see.
We gonna freeze you too.
You better not throw the towel in.
Come on, man. You out of your mind.
Okay.
My son fought without no air. My son fought without no air against Gambosas.
You can't fight for
got
your
balls.
son. You can't fight
You
for your
gonna tell
son.
me, man? Come on.
You can't fight for your son.
You want to see how fast this goes down? Just watch and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. That's how Shakur Stevenson responded when he fired right back, pointing out that he's spotted plenty of holes in Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s game too, and making one thing crystal clear: he's nothing like the other guys they've been facing.
You said a couple of times now you see some holes in Teofimo's game. I know you don't want to give away your game plan at the kickoff press conference, but where are the weaknesses? Where are some of the weaknesses in his game?
A lot of the weaknesses is in his mental. I think it's more mental than anything again. I'm going to expose it.
You said in your last fight that you proved you were a dog against William Zepeda. What do you want to prove in this one?
That I'm the best. I want to show the world that I'm the best. After this fight, I want to be considered top 5 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport, and I can't wait to show it.
When it comes to backing his son, Lopez Sr. doesn't hold anything back. He's been saying loud and clear that when Theo's operating at full capacity and completely healthy, there isn't a single fighter at 40 pounds who can touch him. In his mind, Theo sits at the very top of this division right now.
And hey, Junior looks really good, really focused. How's the general energy mood been in this camp?
Listen, mentally, with my son, everything is mental, you know what I'm saying? So if he feels 100% healthy, you know, he doesn't even have to feel like 100%, but I see him stronger. I see him mentally more focused, you know, with the 140 weight division. He's gonna do great things, you know, and just expect, you know, something great come August 13th. He's gonna look awesome. I know that already. And we're just gonna put a boxing clinic in there so everybody could see the best Teofimo Lopez, and you're gonna see him on August 13th. I can't wait, man. I'm excited for this fight, you know, and it's just getting us closer to getting those belts that we want so much at 140.
Lopez Sr. criticized
the way Shakur handled himself in that William Zapata fight. Lopez Sr. thinks that exposed some serious vulnerabilities that can definitely be taken advantage of, but Shakur wasn't having any of that talk, promising he's going to show up completely transformed and operating at a whole different level when he steps in there with Lopez.
Do you think they're trying to get you out of your game in that way?
I will be 100 times better come fight night against Teofimo Lopez than I was against Zepeda. 1,000 times better. Faster, sharper, stronger, mentally more on point.
Lopez Sr. isn't just sitting on the sidelines for this one. He's personally running every single aspect of his son's camp, making sure Lopez Jr. reaches absolute peak condition for fight night. What makes this whole situation so captivating is just how completely opposite these two fighters are when you break down their approaches. And they've both been very vocal about exactly what they see in each other. So what's everyone thinking about how these styles are going to clash?
Is this a high-speed chess match a la Sugar Ray Leonard or Pernell Whitaker, Leonard and Benitez, or Pernell Whitaker, Buddy McGirt? Or Is it a Jerry versus Jerry fight, right? Because no one wants to take the lead, or is it something else? Malik, I'll start with you.
I think it's a very special fight. It's the type of matchups we always are acting for. When it comes to explosiveness, I would have to go with Tio. When it comes to actual rapid speed, I would have to go with Tio. But when it comes to body punching, when it comes to good timing, when it comes to craft, I would have to give all of that to Shakur Stevenson.
What do you think, Doug?
They're both boxers. I look at Stevenson as a versatile technician. I look at Teofimo. He's a boxer puncher, but his specialty is his counter punching. Listen, if Stevenson wants to be on his stick and move game, very difficult style matchup for Teofimo, and maybe not that entertaining to the fans.
Because Stevenson's longer.
Exactly.
Stevenson's defense probably the best in the game, and he's longer.
Great reflexes and timing, and so does Teo. That's why he's a great counter puncher. But Teo's, he's a very special athlete, and as a competitor, he is one of those guys who saves his A game for a fellow elite opponent. That's when he really rises his game and shows us the Teofimo Lopez that everybody thought he was when he was a prospect. People used to look at him and say, oh, this guy is going to be the star of boxing. It didn't really play out that way.
Most people in boxing circles consider Shakur Stevenson to be one of the most fundamentally sound defensive fighters we've seen in years. He's built his whole game around fluid movement, perfect timing, and the ability to adjust on the fly. Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez has made his name through devastating power, rock-solid fundamentals, and relentless forward pressure. When Lopez sat down with Cigar Talk, he gave Stevenson props for his technical abilities, but then suggested that when the lights get bright and the big punches start flying, Stevenson might not have the stomach for it.
Brag about it. You know, Shakur is a very talented, skillful, technique fighter.
Yeah.
You know, can't take anything away from it. However, scared to get hit. Scared to get knocked out in front of the world. Scared to get touched up in front of the world.
Are you saying that off of the last fight or just
in general?
In general.
In general.
Yeah.
In general. Me and Shakur sparred before. We did 3 rounds, and it was just light work and me trying to figure out his jab. Does he have a good jab? Yeah, he does. But once you pass his jab, it's game.
Yeah.
It's food. It's lunch food.
Because he said, he when I had him on, he was like, yo, like, he said, y'all grew up, you know, in the amateur scene and both of y'all was killing. And he was like, yo, y'all cool, but, you know, one day I want that fight.
Yeah, you see me? You see?
Yeah.
So it's like, you want that fight. By all means, everybody wants to fight me. That's cool. But it's like, what happens when it's on paper? It's always different when it's actually on paper.
Like when the contract.
When the contract comes through, it's different, bro. You feel the pressure. You feel pressure.
According to Teo, they've been chomping at the bit to get the Stevenson fight locked in for months. But he admitted that finalizing everything took way longer than expected because of all the contract details and back-and-forth negotiations that had to get hammered out first. One interesting detail that Teofimo Lopez made sure to highlight: there's absolutely no rematch clause written into this contract with Shakur Stevenson, because as far as he's concerned, they won't be needing one after this showdown.
Yo, what's up, Teofimo?
Doing great, man.
In the face-off, what did you see in his eyes when you looked at him? All that talk, but what did you see in the eyes? The eyes don't lie.
Yeah, you know, he knows he's in there. He's in there with Teofimo. But we'll see more when we get to fight week.
Talk to me about this fight. Were there any concessions you had to make, any stipulations that are of interest? Is there a rematch clause in this?
No rematch clause. We risk it all the time. No need for a rematch clause.
Talk to us a little bit about what this fight means to you and your legacy.
Oh my goodness, man, this thing means everything to me. This is just another fighter, another column into my own pedigree, to my own style. This is what it is, you know. And what better way than here, Madison Square Garden? This will be number 10 fighting here in the Mecca. This will be number 5 in the big room. So I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. And nevertheless, man, I want more. Let's see who we get after this. We just got to keep it going, man. We're not even in our prime yet. You know I said it earlier, but we're not in our prime yet. At least I'm not.
We know this fight's been brewing for quite some time, and we know you have a reputation for fighting the best in the prime. How hard was it negotiating with Shakur Stevenson this fight?
I think everything just takes time. You know, I think it was just going back and forth on like 2 stipulations that, you know, certain people on one side were just being very hard-headed about. But we were all ready to fight. We were ready a long time ago. So now, yeah, it wasn't that difficult other than those 2 pieces. But yeah, man, we're here now.
Theo, he was talking about the fact that one of your weaknesses might be the mental part. And it seemed like you were toying with him mentally during the press conference. Do you think you're in his head?
I'm just doing me, man. I'm just being me. That's all. You know, and I'm just having a good time while doing it. So whether I'm in his head or not, it don't matter until we go out there.
The boxing world is buzzing because most experts are calling this matchup one of the most anticipated fights we've seen in a long time. The way these contrasting styles are going to collide has analysts predicting an absolutely electric and completely unpredictable war. Everything's on the table here: championships, reputations, and career-defining moments, and both guys have been talking with serious confidence during all the build-up, creating even more tension and anticipation outside the ropes. Pretty much everyone from casual fans to seasoned experts is expecting pure chaos from the moment that first bell rings, turning this into an absolute can't-miss spectacle that's going to shape the entire lightweight landscape moving forward. Mark your calendars for New York City, January
1st. Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez. I always say it, when boxing gets it right, no other sport comes close. And this is boxing getting it right. The best fighting the best. Both fighters believe that this matchup settles the argument about who leads the new era. So what do we think of the styles matchup, guys? This is a high-speed chess match a la Sugar Ray Leonard or Pernell Whitaker, Leonard and Benitez, or Pernell Whitaker, Buddy McGirt, or is it a Jerry versus Jerry fight, right? Because no one wants to take the lead, or is it something else? Malik, I'll start with you.
I think it's a very special fight. It's the type of matchups we always are acting for. When it comes to explosiveness, I would have to go with Tia. When it comes to actual rapid speed, I would have to go with Tia. But when it comes to body punching, when it comes to good timing, when it comes to craft, I would have to give all of that to Shakur Stevenson.
Gabriel Rosado, who knows a thing or two about competing at the highest levels, just shared his thoughts on this massive Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez showdown, and he's putting his money firmly on Stevenson to get the job done. Rosado broke down what he sees as an incredible stylistic matchup. Giving credit where it's due, Lopez brings serious knockout power and non-stop aggression, while Stevenson operates with surgical precision, laser speed, and incredible ring intelligence. Even though Rosado respects what Lopez brings to the table, he's leaning towards Stevenson because he thinks Stevenson's technical mastery and ability to make adjustments will allow him to solve Lopez's attack while dictating exactly how this fight unfolds. What really sold Rosado on Stevenson was his ability to read situations as they develop and capitalize on mistakes, which makes him the smarter choice in this particular puzzle and gives him the better path to victory over Lopez.
I favor Shakur in this one. And I think Teal is a phenomenal fighter, great fighter. But Teal to me is more like he has those athletic skills that you don't teach. You know what I'm saying? It's like it comes to him.
Yeah, I think Lopez goes as well.
It comes to him naturally. Yeah. But I think that's what's going to nip him in the ass against Shakur. Right. Because Shakur is fundamentally sound.
Correct.
So when a guy that has this athletic ability and does things that are not fundamentally sound fights a guy that's seasoned like a Shakur, he's going to make you pay. And that's just how I see it. I think it's a great matchup, but I just favor
Now Shakur is like Floyd in this way.
Yeah.
He's like Floyd in this way. Everyone's able to boxing IQ, the defense, whatever, and Shakur's a southpaw, but he makes fewer mistakes than the other guys. Really, what Floyd did, he was like a football team that never turns the ball over. Like if you need to throw...
Sometimes you've got to protect yourself and live to fight another round. You know what I'm saying? Don't give them anything they can capitalize on. That's how Wally Moses breaks down Shakur Stevenson's approach. A masterclass in technical boxing intelligence that's rooted in rock-solid fundamentals and constant movement. Moses has been working with Stevenson since he was just a kid, crafting that razor-sharp footwork, perfect distance management, and hit without getting hit philosophy that defines everything he does in there. Those skills make him a nightmare puzzle that opponents just can't figure out. Stevenson's whole system prioritizes surgical precision, boxing IQ, and defensive mastery over just trying to knock people out. He maximizes that southpaw stance to throw off his opponent's timing, builds everything around a punishing jab, and positions himself perfectly to land counters, which shows you exactly the kind of disciplined, thinking man's approach that Moses developed in him from day one.
Is that a fight that you always looked at, like, stylistically, you feel like it favors Shakur?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, stylistically, Shakur style prevails over every style in the world so far. You know, Shakur wasn't just an amateur boxing champion; he was a world amateur boxing champion on more than one occasion. Also, he was the AIBA Fighter of the Year, making him the best boxer in the world in amateur boxing. So, you know, Shakur is looking for those same things from Jay Quinn in terms of inside the professional range. But Shakur has been proven that he's been the #1 boxer throughout his life. He's #1 in every category that he boxed in, from a kid coming up. You know what I mean? Here in the U.S., he had eclipsed every boxer over like 1,000, almost close to 2,000 points in terms of his winning. So, you know, it's not a thing that, you know, people be talking about what have Shakur done. They know what Shakur done in his amateur ranking. And Shakur done everything that they never were capable of doing. So, you know, it's only going to be a matter of time before he goes, you know.
Stevenson's decision to move up in weight classes has got the entire boxing community talking, with everyone trying to figure out how this change is going to impact his future opportunities. Weight jumps always come with their own set of problems. Bigger opponents usually pack more punch, carry more size, and bring completely different tactical approaches. Some analysts are already suggesting that Stevenson's move might actually scare off potential opponents who understand they'd be dealing with world-class skills, incredible speed, and the kind of adaptability that can completely shut down what they do best. On the other side, Teo is making it absolutely clear that he's not about to let Shakur Stevenson walk away with the championship he sacrificed everything to claim. He keeps talking about what that belt really represents: years of grinding, suffering, and total commitment to the craft. For Teofimo, this whole fight comes down to protecting something he built through pure determination and refusing to quit. His confidence in his own abilities is unshakable, and he's locked in on defending the position he earned through sheer force of will. Lopez sees this as deeply personal, fueled by pride and the effort he's invested, and he's convinced that nobody can strip away something he earned through blood, discipline, and unwavering dedication. This is Teo talking.
Of being in the ring, yes. Shakur Stevenson.
Hopefully everyone's tuned in from Las Vegas, because that's where I'm broadcasting from right now.
Hearing that you did link up today, a face-off happened between the two of you?
Yeah, face-off happened, things of that nature, just, you know, just to create the things that are in motion already. So we're really adamant about fighting each other next, and I can't wait for us to really lace it up. And I see him across the ring, and really when that bell rings, lights out for him.
What's it like seeing him now kind of face to face? When you look at him, what do you see? Because obviously you're not locked in just yet, and the closer it gets to a fight, obviously things turn a little bit. But when you do look at Shakur, what do you think of him?
I think, I don't think too much of it. You know, I think that he believes in himself. That's one thing. But I'm here to destroy his dreams and all that he wants to do and become. You can't take this from me. I worked very hard for it. I've bled for this, you know, and I'm not taking nothing from him, but I just believe that what's gonna happen next is for destiny in the boxing ring to decide.
Lopez gives Stevenson full credit for that incredible amateur run, including that Olympic medal and all those other international victories that helped establish him as one of boxing's most promising young stars. But Lopez argues that living off past accomplishments only gets you so far, especially when you're operating at the professional level where everything comes down to how you perform when the pressure's at its absolute peak. Looking ahead to their massive January collision, Lopez is sending the message that Stevenson's amateur credentials aren't going to save him when they're standing across from each other in that ring. Lopez sees himself as the ultimate proving ground, suggesting that this fight is going to show everyone whether Stevenson can take all that early potential and turn it into real dominance when he's facing truly elite-level competition.
I'm sort of like, I seen his upbringing from the amateurs, his accolades, what he's done from the youth world championships and the Olympic Games and all that. The youth Olympic Games, winning gold medal, being the it kid, the gold medalist, the next Andre Ward for America. But there comes a point in time where everyone can help you get there, but you gotta finish it. And if you don't perform at that pinnacle and finish it, the ones that are helping you are gonna eventually turn their back on you. So right now, despite Shakur being so gifted as he is,
I don't believe he's gonna get the amount of support that he's needing right now, coming next to his next match. You know, and that's all. You know, that's just me expressing.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. called this matchup a pure skill versus skill masterpiece, putting it in the same conversation as elite showdowns like Canelo Alvarez facing Terence Crawford, and stressing that fights of this magnitude bring both legitimacy and genuine excitement back to the sport. Experts are highlighting how this clash brings together two absolute peak performers with completely opposite approaches. Stevenson's surgical precision, lightning speed, and technical perfection going up against Lopez's devastating power, non-stop aggression, and crushing forward pressure. This perfect storm creates the foundation for a high-stakes chess match meets war that delivers the kind of drama and complete unpredictability that fans live for. Industry insiders believe that matchups like this do more than just entertain. They can bring new energy to the entire sport, create those unforgettable moments that people talk about for decades, and cement legacies fairer. With both fighters operating at the absolute pinnacle of their powers, this showdown is building toward becoming a defining moment in contemporary boxing.
Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez.
That's a good damn fight too. See, that fight is skill for skill, as good as this fight. But they just haven't been around long enough to prove themselves yet. But skill for skill, as far as equality, to me, Bud and Canelo are equal because of where they're in their career. Because how accomplished they are. These two guys are also equal where they're in their career. Because they're accomplished, but not as accomplished as these two. But they're still equal accomplished. You understand me? So those are two good damn fights and what boxing is.
As always, Roy, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Can Shakur Stevenson's lightning speed and technical mastery be enough to outclass Teofimo Lopez's devastating power? Or will Lopez prove he's meant to rule this division? Share your predictions and let me know what you think is going to happen when these two collide.